Hello guys, it's James and Jono, and we are back for our round 14 betting tips. Oh my goodness, the buy rounds just suck all the life out of me. It's so slow, so painful, but yeah, how are you, Jono?
Yeah, could be better.
Yeah, well, thankfully last week was still like okay. Jono and I are recording this on a Friday night, and fuck, it's been too slow. It's been a blowout and a low-scoring game of footy, so we are flat as. But
Stay tuned for next week's review of the round because we'll talk in depth about the Hawthorn Adelaide game.
yeah, far out. Jeez, low scoring, boring stuff, and then Bont missed. Anyway, we're here. We're just going to quickly review the round 13 games, go into it. We've got the misses below, and what I've done with the table this time is we have the last 10 games they played, and then the 11th game, which is their miss, the one highlighted in red. And I feel like that makes sense because you get to see the portion that we saw when making the bet, and then the red is the result, and they're all misses. They're all going to be red. So this is what we were looking at when we made that decision. So just wanted to clarify that before we go through. First one was the Thursday night, which was Doggies and Hawthorn, and this has been. I know we're recording this on Friday night, but we just watched Carl Amon fucking not get it again. So if I was to speak about this game, I would have given him the benefit of the doubt. He got 2 disposals in the last quarter. He could have easily got 20. But now having seen that Hawthorn Adelaide game, I think we're just going to maybe hold fire on Amon for
Yeah, I
a
think
bit.
we're going to be we'll do it now. We're going to put Amon on the list. He's
On
going
the
on.
just hold off list. I thought he would be great with no Sicily, no Scrimshaw, and just get a lot of kicks from halfback, but that has been Jarman Impey's role of late. So I just think I'm going to leave Carl Amon. And I know we're talking about the Doggies game. I'll talk about what happened in the Adelaide game next week, but I could have given him the benefit of the doubt for this game, not for the one just happened. So,
Yeah, so we got Kyle Amon in the fucking bin.
bang, just went in, nothing but
Gone.
net.
There's another one on this list. Don't worry, we're going to be getting
Oh,
to.
we're going to get to it. And guys, it's late on a Friday, so John and I are just going to whiz through. We will talk about more who we're going to select in the next portion of the video, but this review is going to be very quick. So Carl Amon missed by 1. The second game, actually hit. So this is what's good. So remember, I saw a couple of, I swear I saw a comment on, there was a couple of interesting comments, like maybe losing some bets or what have you. Maybe if you bet on 2 or 3 of the ones I suggest, yes, they might sometimes be losses. That's the way it is with betting. But because our Thursday night game lost, we roll into the Friday with the bonus bet
Double
win.
up.
Exactly. So you don't have to do anything weird, anything clever, stupid, whatever. Just do the exact same bet, the $3 odds, and we've only won two bets this week, and we're already positive. So just wanted to clear that up. That I've said this from the beginning. Always make sure every single one of your bet is covered by the same game multi offer. So that's just should be the case. Anyway, we can whiz through this because everything hit there. So
Yeah, the only one was like Zorko looked a bit worrying late, but then he just did what he had to do. Got there. In the end.
actually, yeah, good point. And Josh Dunkley, thank God he hit because he was off with that blood or head knock when he was on Dawson.
Safe as houses, mate. Safe as houses.
Yeah, and far out Levi Ashcroft, 23 posies, tore it up. And thank God we went conservative with Franken for 15.
Yeah,
So,
it was a wet game. So yeah.
yeah, true. And it was a bloody shit game for Lions fans. Can't believe we lost that in the end. But anyway. All right, this one I was a bit conservative for. I should have actually, I need to add $25 to the total because I just did it all as $50. I did this one as a $25 bet because I was a bit conservative. I didn't really like it. And thank God I just did the $25 because Jacob Hopper just missed. And look, I still don't mind Jacob Hopper. He had, I think it was a stinker of a third quarter from memory. I think it was like 1 or 2 posies in the third. So once a 25 plus posi player does that, they're pretty much fucked. I mean, unless you're Wanganeen Miller. But
I think he's just like let's even look at his form though. Less so like looking, but now he's gone miss hit, miss hit, miss hit, miss. Like he might be a 20 plus guy moving on forward. I don't know.
I think so. I'm not a huge fan of like someone who's hitting at like 50%, but it was the only value I could see for that game. And what I'm gathering is that is a pattern, and I should fucking bet it all on him next week.
Load up.
Load up on Hopper next week. Anyway, I'm glad we caught Banks. Banks, it was my first time betting on Banks because he's very short for his low form, but that's because he's taken the Janie Short role. So we'll just have to monitor when Short's back. Obviously not this week because Richmond have a bye, but just keep that in mind for next time.
Yep.
Moving on to bet 4 again, we're just going to whiz through. So this one, this has probably been one of my favorite players to bet on this year. And you can see we had him gold highlight, John frickin' Noble. So that Geelong game, I was baffled just by how little of the footy he got. And
it's narrow ground, man, in the wet, just not made for fucking half-backman.
yeah, exactly. There was not really many opportunities to switch it. But what's annoying as well, like Joel Jeffrey popped off. There was another backman too who also hit relatively comfortable. It was Will Power with 20 posies. And I've complained about that all year, that I hated interchanging my backmen at Gold Coast because they have so many who can get it. There's Bodie Yulin, Dan Rioli as well. Yeah, I'm still keen to bet on Noble. I can definitely...
I prefer him in a dry game, maybe away from Geelong. But you could see on the weekend, once it was wet, it was no more fucking handballs to Johnny Noble. It was just get the fucker long out of the back line. And it was just, he was gone. So
yeah, and then he was just, I think he had a roll on close, if I can remember.
Yeah.
So he did a bit more defensive work than just trying to just fuck around and get handball received. So I think you're right there. Took Miller also was very close. He could have easily missed. But I was very happy with Tom Atkins. And I swear, oh no, we bet on Matt Rao the week before. But when this game came around and it was a bit wet, I wish I had bet on Matt Rao. But it's a great game for those contested ball players.
Yeah, nice.
No, sweet. Move on. So as just a little.
Oh, just quickly, we did avoid Noah Anderson going into this one.
Oh, that was a great. Yeah, let's pat ourselves on the back for that one. That was huge. So Noah Anderson had 3 30+ games in a row. One of the best one of the best coaches going around, Chris Scott. There's no way he's just going to be like, all right, boys, let's just let Noah Anderson do his thing. So had a great close tag on him. Very glad we avoided Anderson.
Yeah.
There was one more thing I just wanted to say. So this game was the Saturday 4 o'clock. No, sorry, I'm looking at last week's. This was I can't tell what time it was.
Saturday at 3 o'clock?
Yeah, it was an Arvo game. So when this bet failed, there's only one game Saturday night. Just reminder, our original bet got voided. Brett Daniels was starting sub. So I did in the comments section, swap out Brett Daniels for Tom Green. So we put in Tom Green for 25. And just to finish my thought before, the Geelong Suns game failed. So even though we're using different platforms, different bookies, all we have to do is just take that bonus bet and put it on the exact same thing. I don't care what platform, what the odds are paying, just do the exact same thing. You don't want to be barracking or betting on more players and making the bet more convoluted and tricky than it is. Just the same players.
Yep. No, not much else to add to this one. It was,
Yeah, sorry, I'm just like rambling on. But John and I will bounce more off each other when we get to the actual bets. We're just trying to plow through this review.
No, I just want to get to the Carlton game, mate.
Oh, fuck. This game actually sucked. My God. LDU. I was baffled. LDU versus West Coast. Where was the game? It was.
I got another guy I got to add. I forgot about LDU. Got to add him to the list.
Look, I don't mind LDU, but like there was no reason for him to have this much of a stinker. He had like no attention. North of versing what was the bottom team at the time in a low-scoring game in perfect conditions. That was just atrocious, and it was not even close. The 18 is very generous. He could have easily finished like sub 15 posies. LDU, in the bin. I'm not picking that up anytime soon unless he's having like 30+ posie games.
Nah.
But yeah,
gone. You can't do that against the fucking shittest team in the league without a tag on you. Piss off.
Yeah, I think you're right. One of your boys, Harley Reid, looks fantastic again. And Jack Graham. Cripps, it's annoying that I think, kicked the goal in every game this year, or maybe except round 1.
But also, this was wasn't it a record amount of inside 50s for the least amount of goals?
Yeah, you've reminded me. I'm pretty sure West Coast had, 16 behinds. They went 6 goals, 16, which is fucking wild. And I'm just having a quick look now. Cripps kicked 1 behind. So he had a scoring shot, but not enough.
Nah, it was a shit game. So.
Yeah, it's been a couple of these poo-poo games. Last one, and you can see... Oh, actually, 2 more games to go. This one was the Sunday Arvo game, I'm pretty sure. Sunday night. Oh, because that's right. The King's birthday game. Archie Roberts, man. So, Zach Merritt has come into the back line, taken a couple of his posies, but that's not the main concern. I feel like just without the freedom of, Redman there as well, or, I don't know.
I don't know. They couldn't early on. he was fine after the initial blast of Carlton, but he was kind of dead in the water then. Like it was too much for him to catch up then, I think, after at that point.
Yeah,
So
and actually, I forgot early days. So not only Zach Merritt in the back line, Nick Martin, and they're Essendon's 2 leading ball getters surrounded Archie Roberts. So Archie Roberts, that's actually his first career miss below 15 posies. Yeah. So look, we can give him the benefit of the doubt there. If you one game under 15 posies, let's not bin him just yet. He can have one excuse.
No, I'm not bidding Archie.
Yeah.
Maybe let's have a look at it. Yeah, I think we'd look at him in the next part of the video. But
Yep.
yeah.
No, and then absolute last game. You know what?
No, let's go back. Thank you very much.
Oh yeah, sorry. You go.
TDK, thank you very much.
Oh shit! I thought we could go by without you bringing that up.
I think he popped off. Anyway, thank you very much. This is going to be is this the right one? Yeah. IOU to Jono for TDK, so I'm going to be holding on to that one there, mate.
Oh, the only thing that makes me sleep at night is I feel like I would have taken off maybe Silvani or Durham. I feel like
100%. We were never going to remove Archie Roberts from that bet.
Yeah, so that's the only thing that gets me by. But that was that call on the Goldie rule, any ruckman versus Goldie, has just popped off. So
any consistent stuff. Well, we say that we're not going to use it this week. So yeah. Anyway, that's enough of that one.
No, it's been a great rule. But to be fair, they're versing Geelong this week. So okay, now last game. You know, this shits me beyond belief because I was worried about the day cost tag. You know who Melbourne have used as taggers this year? It was like Sparrow for 2 games. Rivers has actually been playing on the midfielders a lot, like a softer tag role. Clayton Oliver's tagged. There's no way I would have thought Ed Langdon would tag Dacos, but in the end, I completely get it because your winger has got one of the best tanks in the game, and if you're just telling him, all right, your job is to run as much as probably your wing role, but just don't worry about the footy, just stay on Dacos. It made sense. He limited Dacos to, what was it, like not even 20 posies in the end.
Yeah, it was the lowest he's had,
in
a year, I think, for Nick. Or maybe since the round 1 game when he got cramps.
Oh, actually, I think he got more in the cramp game. Oh, anyway, it was very close, yeah.
Yeah. It was in fairness, it looked that good. I feel like I think we'll talk about it later in the video, but Ed, I think he's a reasonable tagger now. So it's just, they've got it's so hard now because you can't bet on Rivers, you can't bet on Ed, because you don't know.
I kind of still like Ed Lang. I think he'll bounce, but Jono thinks he might tag again, but it also could be that Miles Bergman role where Bergman has now played in the mid and a couple of tagging roles. Like I don't know, but the point is uncertainty. I don't want to bet on someone with uncertainty. Yeah,
he's definitely going on a guy to watch out for. Not like he's not a blacklist guy because he's a tagger, but he's definitely him and Windy now. Maybe someone we just got to look out for. So.
Windhager destroyed the Bond. Yeah, I'm going to rip into him next week, but yeah, very unlucky. All right, you good to go?
On to the part of the video we all came for.
Yeah, literally. All right, guys, we are switching over. Oops, that's the last bet. So I need to set this up. We're going to edit this. Actually, I lie. We're not going to edit this. We are pretty much
straight in.
We're going straight in. Let's go to the very
dog net.
Yep. So here we go. Brisbane versus GWS. Okay. So now we get the bet on screen, which is game 3, and get the timer going. Alrighty. Start. All right. So for this one, we've gone pretty much. I would like to say locks and safe players, and as you can see, they're all 10 out of 10. So typically we do 3, 4, 5 players. We don't usually do 6, but there were great players, all in 10 out of 10, averaging almost 5 over what we're asking them to hit. So every player is in the next bracket, what we're asking. I just wanted a safe bet, and I feel like just 1 or 2 more players just really help trump that. So Berry, Iden, Ashcroft for 15, Zorko for 20, Tom Green, and Lockie Ash for 25. Anyone you want to hit on before we move to the 15 posi bracket?
Well, maybe we need to talk about it at the end. We need to add our lock.
Actually,
to ask about your locks here.
I actually really like Lockie Ash, not even just for the value. He has been just huge, and I think he will go no attention, whereas I feel like Tom Green might get a bit. I feel Dane Zorko's fading a bit. Connor Iden would probably be my second favourite, but I just think...
And then Berry, for lack of value, probably the reason we wouldn't go it, but yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just going to do that little trick you told me with the paintbrush, and then paintbrush Lockie Ash.
The only one I would... add, thing I would say with Tom Green's one that we've spoken about, but like we think that he should, like Dunkley won't be, it's not, Dunkley's not a hard tagger, but he does sometimes do a good job on guys. Purely because of their midfield. Even with Finn Callahan back, we still like him for 25. He has been in great form this year.
Yeah.
Has been tagged this year and still hit 25. So, yeah.
Yeah. I think Tom Green is just a stoppage beast. So if he's around where he's going to get the footy, I just think he'll pop off. And as Jono was saying, Dunkley is not a win-hager. So Dunkley will still try and get his own footy and just have a body on him. Yeah. Into the 15 posi bracket, pretty much the first three highlighted we've included in the bet. They're all 10 out of 10. Averaging 20 plus in their last 10, which speaks for themselves. One little thing to maybe just be concerned about, I've highlighted Ashcroft and Berry, very minor, but Jasper Fletcher will probably make his way on into the wing position because Brandon Starcevic is back, and you've probably noticed Fletcher's posies have gone up through the roof. Actually, I'll just talk about this now. So Fletcher for 20 plus, green and green, but I haven't included him because I feel like he's going to go back on the wing and get just over 15, high teens, but just don't have confidence there.
I think that's purely why the money's blown out on him. I think everyone's aware that that's coming. So.
Yep. No, good point. The last one last two, both high half forwards, Zach Bailey and Brent Daniels. Look, if I was doing this bet differently and not going the certainty players, I think we'd be very... Brett Daniels got 14 posies. I think it was like in a quarter and a bit when he was the sub last week. He looks fresh, good to go. If he's not sub, he looks very energetic and just wants the footy. So I really like Brett Daniels for this one.
If I was going to add anyone in, it would be Brett, especially with the news that Toby Green is now out.
Ah, Toby Green's out. There you go.
Toby Green is out, so they will need to... Brett Daniels has to start, basically. Yep. And there's he looked great, so he looks ready to go. I do like Brett. But also, though, Finn Callahan is back. So
no, I do. Well, I hope Brett Daniels then doesn't have to stay in the forward line or whatever.
That would be the only thing. Like they struggle to kick goals as it is. They might need him up forward.
So, yeah. Well, yeah. Anyway, a little bit of concern there, but
it's only 15 though. So
yeah, I feel like Brett Daniels has been good for 15 for a while. 20 plus. I've highlighted Hugh McCluggage, but just the slight bit of care because I'm not sure if Toby Bedford will go to him. The obvious thing is probably Toby Bedford to Lockie Neal, but Hugh McCluggage, feel like
loves Lockie Neal. I think
he does. He's played on. I just think, just as a Lions fan, I think McCluggage has been probably like our best player this year.
Yeah.
So if Kingsley gave that any thought, just a little bit of concern. And I've got Dane Zorko there for $1.17, 10 out of 10. His lack of run and making space worries me a little bit, but I'm still happy to jump on him while there's no Kitty Coleman, and Brandon Starcevic back I think actually helps him because
Starcevic won't fucking touch the ball.
Exactly. So. Starcevic is the defender. Zorko is then the one who can sort of roam a bit more. So I think it actually helps. Callahan's back. You like him for his price?
Yeah, I do. Maybe I probably wanted a bit more purely off the injury, but still a very good play for 20. He should piss 20 in. Like, look at his form this year, even off it. But you think off an injury, I'd hope for like $1.20, $1.22 kind of thing.
Yeah, sometimes on game day that does go out, and yeah, I do like Finn Callahan, and you're going to get a slight inflated price because it's his first game back in a month or so, or probably more.
And he'll be just thrown in the guts, like you'd assume. So
yeah. Josh Dunkley, we spoke about, will probably have some attention on Tom Green, but that doesn't stop him getting the footy himself. 10 out of 10. The only slight thing that just to worry on my mind, his last 3 games, 21, 20, 20. So like he is...
Well, last week with the blood though, so like we could take that out.
He did lose a little bit of game time in that last quarter. The game before that was the game I was at the G, which I've forgotten, or the Gabba, the G. Anyway, but Josh Dunkley is probably as close as Brett Daniels for mine to include in the bet. I do like him, but yeah, we've just gone safe.
Yeah, any laid outs on our bet, I'd be Brett Daniels and Dunks would be the two you're looking at. So
yeah, I really like that. You'll notice I haven't highlighted Kelly because he played about 75% of that game on the wing, and without the stats in front of me, I would say he was maybe on 10 or 9 posies going into the fourth quarter. The only thing that really boosted it, he got thrown in the guts in the last quarter. So whether he goes back to his role in the midfield, he'll be great for 20. But if he's on that wing role,
I think there's no chance he's, especially with Finn back. They're not.
That's my thought too. So
he's a wing.
Yeah, Josh Kelly's gone to the wing, so I don't really like him for 20 plus anymore. So yeah, that 8 was probably going to drop.
Yep.
Levi Ashcroft, though, actually, speaking of the wing role, he's getting a lot of it on the wing. So, again, like I said, Fletcher will probably be back and steal some of his chippies. So I've just gone conservative for 15 for Levi.
Yep. Like it.
20 plus, we mentioned Tom Green, Lockie Ash, all Australian at the moment, averaging over 30 posies, huge. And what I like about him is I think he will go unchecked and they will let him do his thing. The tsunami will roll free.
You're never going to tag Lockie Ash over Whitfield or give the attention. Whitfield's always going to get the attention over.
Yeah.
Ash.
Like if there's something like Calamachi, like I just don't think they can run. Lockie Ash is a runner and Lockie Ash wants the footy too. So I think even with, nothing will happen there. So I like Lockie Ash.
No. I think Whitfield's almost the benefit to Ash. It helps Ash so much.
Plus with Lockie Whitfield at the moment, I just not fully sure where he's playing. I think he even had some CBAs last week or started half forward at some times. Which was just very weird considering he's always been great at halfback there. Lockie Whitfield, he had 5% CBAs. Oh no, so he had one CBA. All right, but I did see him there, so I did see him in the CBA. The point is he's thrown around just a little bit more currently.
Well, Finn coming back will push him back, but yeah.
Oh yeah, good point. Goal scorers, Zach Bailey, I really like, especially when Lions usually score like over 80 points at home. I feel like there'll be plenty of goal scorers. Aaron Cadman, though, 9 out of 10, huge. I feel like GWS are better than where they are on the ladder right now. I feel like a lot of people might be writing them off. I just think Lions, having drawn with North, almost lost to West Coast, just almost losing to like the bottom teams. I think this will be a close one. So yeah, I think Aaron Cadman for a goal is a very good chance.
Can I give you a question without notice? Tom Green, what's he paying for a goal?
Oh, so he might have actually been cut off. Sometimes when I copy the stats over, I stop around the $3 mark. So Tom Green for a goal, I'm looking at it right now. He is not listed. Oh no, $3.25. So he was just after that.
Yeah, I think he would be 50-50 right now. I reckon he's 5 out of his last 10. So
yeah,
if you're looking for a one leg bet, mightn't be the worst thing for like
He's
if you just want, like I wouldn't mix it in with anything else. I would, yeah.
That value is huge. Anything over 1 is, oh sorry, you can't see. Anything over 1
6 out of 10.
Yep.
There you go. So
I just updated it there. So yeah, Tom Green, and he just coming off a miss. Yeah, not a bad call.
Yeah, and even if you wanted to, you could even mix it up and if you just wanted a silly bet, not even a silly bet. Tom Green 25 and a goal. Fuck, good payday.
Okay, you could almost just do Tom Green just by himself.
Oh yeah, but it's just if you just wanted a one-off bet, guys, and you just want one leg and you want to enjoy the game, not have to focus on any of your other players, Tom Green for a goal.
Yeah, no, nice. You called it 2 weeks ago, so
yeah,
keep going.
Well, he's due.
All right, moving on to the next one. We have Geelong versus Essendon. Is this that farm game?
This is the country clash. Essendon's in the country.
Oh yeah, nice. Oh, Windy Hill out in wait.
In the farmland, obviously.
There we go. Just got the timer going. But we have again taken a similar approach to the Brisbane game, where we've maybe taken one extra player and picked a lot of the players who are 10 out of 10, 9 out of 10, averaging almost into the next bracket. So, slightly different approach. But Will Setterfield, I don't really care if he's on Holmes or Smith. They're probably both too
honestly,
fast
the
for him.
tag is the best thing for him because it draws into the ball.
Exactly. And so even with Parrish and Caldwell back, I think there's a reason for Setterfield to be there. And 15, in my opinion, seems pretty conservative. You agree?
Yeah, 100%. I think Zach Merritt they'll honestly try and use Zach Merritt on the halfback flank again.
Yep. So. No, I think so as well. Which is why we haven't included Roberts.
Also, Durham's gone.
True. Yeah, actually. What happened to him?
Suspension.
Oh, okay.
No, it'll be Parrish.
Oh, the hit on Chera.
I think so. Parrish. Merritt will go back in, right? So we Setterfield, Merritt, and Caldwell. Doesn't matter. So he'll be fine.
No, great. On the wing there, we have Dersma for 15. He's only had the one miss and averaging over 20. Really like his chances there. He'll probably be on Ollie Dempsey, so like that. Sean Manor, one miss. I think that was on his first or second game back this year. Otherwise, he's been looking fantastic. Ryan Myers for 20. We got him when he was $1.90, then $1.50.
Looked great since the concussion. He's looked great all year, in fairness, but yeah.
Yeah, since that game where he got hit against Hawthorn, he's been great. And Bailey Smith, even though he's $1.17, I was very tempted to include him for 30 plus, but I think just with our current strategy, 25 should suffice.
Yep. Should be fine. Yeah, like him a lot. Yeah, on to the 15.
Yeah, anyone you want to speak about first? We've already covered sort of the first three.
Yeah, the only one, unfortunately, my favorite thing to do, we all know my favorite thing to do is bet against Goldstein. We can't this week. Just look at Reece Stanley's form. He's well down the list there. There's just nothing there. You can't even see.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Yeah. What is he? One. We can't bet on a guy 1 out of 10. I hope it happens. I really
wow,
do.
if that happens. Well, how much of the Ruck will Blitz get? Probably only like 20%.
Actually, that's a good point, James.
Because Blitzers, I used to bet on Blitzers.
Blitz is going at 11% CBAs lately.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, not
so
great.
It's Reece is going at 80%. It's Reece.
Yeah, no, fair enough.
Yeah, unfortunately, I'd love to do it, but no, we can't.
Well, that'll be an interesting watch, even though we don't have money on it. I'll be keen to see.
But Reece for 20 though.
Man, now we're talking.
Now we're talking in big bucks.
The two Geelong players in the back line, Guthrie and Humphreys, I have been bullish on, but I just think maybe in their last month and a half, they've both got 2 misses. They both seem to be like mimicking each other's stats.
Pretty good last week too.
Exactly. So I liked them more when Tom Stewart was struggling and missing games. Now he's back. Tom Stewart took some intercept marks. He's playing with confidence. I like them still.
And he laid that big ass fucking bump.
Yes. Oh, on Noah Anderson.
Yeah. So like he looks like if anything, that's just a little bit of extra confidence topper there. So
yeah. So point is Guthrie and Humphreys I like, but just not quite enough as I used to. Laverde coming back with obviously he missed last week. In that Carlton game, but I still think he will, I don't know, most likely take, Cameron or probably not Neil. I still think
he's going to have to play. Oh, well, this is the thing. Like they're going to be fucked.
Yeah, Mackay's not back, is he?
No, it's only who did they bring in? Fuck. Jeez, you're really testing me with these ins here.
Lachlan Blackie.
Blackston. Who the fuck are you?
Archer, mate. Yeah, okay. I don't know. The point is...
the Ruck. At the Ruck. Okay. They brought in the. I think he might be the mid-season guy. Goldie.
Yeah.
No.
Oh no. So Goldie's sharing it a bit for this game.
No, we're dead now. All right. Yeah. So Blackston's in, and Archer May's in. So. And I believe Archer May's not a key defender. What is he? He's a key forward. So
yeah. So and I think
Archer May. Yeah. So these are both mid-season draftees. Both of them. I remember this now. Archer May's a fucking giant.
Okay. Well, it'll be interesting to see.
He's like huge. So.
Oh, nice. Well, anyway, with the Laverde point, I just think he might have to be playing on Cameron or someone. But I've highlighted him. Not much confidence. Ollie Dempsey on the wing. He's always very close, but I just think. Now he's a decent price. Ollie Dempsey went into $1.20, and I think this is the value Ollie Dempsey should be as a winger, and like will come play in the forward line, try and take some marks. So I feel like the 6 out of 10 is, he could easily be a 8 out of 10 here. So anyway, a bit of value there. Onto the 20, not much. So Roberts, I think he just scarred me too much from last week. I know we're not bidding him, but I just think when he missed by that much and just didn't really seem close, I would rather go, Grind Myers.
There's zero value in the 15, surely.
Oh, yeah, no value. I don't think he's even pickable. I can't even pick him.
Don't worry about it.
Grind Myers, though, I really do like. McGrath, he did bounce back, but I just...
The Zach Merritt factor.
The Nick Martin factor. So, yeah, just keep that in mind because Mason Redmond is still out, so I think Nick Martin will play back there. Bailey Smith, 25. Yeah, I think he should just absolutely feast on Essendon, even if Setterfield's there. I would even highlight him for 30 plus here. Didn't quite go there. If I was, I would take out, other safer options. We would restructure the bet where we'd probably take out Setterfield and Dersma and, only have 3 legs. But anyway, very tempting, especially in his last month and a bit, all over 30.
Mm-hmm.
Goal scorers, there's actually a few to choose from. Ollie Dempsey spoke about not getting as much of the footy as he would like, but look at that. He's 1 game off 10 out of 10. So even with Dangerfield, Ollie Dempsey is a great overhead mark, great runner. Yeah, every chance to kick a goal.
Shannon Neal, no one. Well, looking at this list, currently Jackson Pryor is going to be playing on Shannon Neal.
And Shannon Neal came off early last week with an injury, and he is very... I was about to say usually hits after a miss, even though there's 2 zeros there. But Shannon Neal is usually just sort of the 1 goal type a game player. He's not the Jeremy Cameron kicking bags or like a small forward who might pop up and kick 3. Shannon Neal is usually a 1-goal sort of game
I
player.
think there's definitely potential for a laid out here as well with him. If I had to guess, guys, I just think Ollie Henry is the emergency for this game.
Oh yeah.
Like if there's any doubt over Shannon Neal, you're probably not going to lose this game. You're not really a risk. You could just switch in Ollie Henry.
Yeah,
So,
actually, that is a good point.
the question without notice again. Apologies. Jeremy Cameron for 2.
Jeremy Cameron for 2. He is. Oops, 1 sec. Geelong 2+. He is $1.30. Man, not much value, especially coming off a miss.
I do like him for 2 though. I honestly like him for 2 more than. Would it be more than the rest of them for 1? Maybe.
Look, I'm just do this live. I'm going to copy him down where Parrish should sit, and I'm going to say he is $1.30, and he is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's what he would look like if.
Yeah, I just think he's off a miss, and he's going to be playing on Laverde or Jackson.
That is a good point. $1.30 where he should feast and shouldn't have to play too far up the ground.
Yeah, and he can look at this as a chance to get up that Coleman list a bit higher. So.
Yep. No, I like that. Moving on to the. Anyone else you want to speak about?
Nah, I think we covered them all anyway.
Oh, nice. This is the last game of Saturday night. Another North home game in Perth. So it is North versus Freo, Optus Stadium. I think I've been saying this for every video, but very similar approach. Anyone that you want to speak to, or I can rip through?
This one, no, there's not too much. One thing to note, it's a North home game at Optus Stadium for those who are unaware. North sold this game to Perth.
Yeah, very odd. So how it is North's home game.
Yeah, so North will be wearing home colours at this game, by the way, guys.
Yeah. Pretty sure maybe a lot of North fans will fly out, surely.
Home crowd.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, anything to note on these guys? Nah, they're all like similar to the Geelong bet. Like they're all safer, but more of them, I guess.
Yeah, probably the only one to worry is like Jordan Clark, but I love his dash off halfback.
And Optus, I think he's fine.
And he's at Optus. He's 1 game off 9 out of 10. So Caleb Sarong, unlike I think he should feast. Like I think against North Melbourne at home, I think like this will be like a North, what are you doing? Can't believe this is your home game.
As well.
Yep. I think Caleb Sarong should have a field day. Caleb Daniel will probably be taking 10 kickouts, especially I think because Sheasel has now vacated the back line and Fisher isn't taking any. Just having a quick look while I'm chatting. Caleb Daniel took 9 kickouts against West Coast and he took 9 against Collingwood the week before. Yeah, he is getting half his disposals from kickouts.
And Harry Sheasel is back up to the CBAs he had at the start of the year. So.
Yep. No, definitely like that. Which is why we've included Sheasel there. Daniel, I mentioned. Dylan Stevens. I have been watching him without betting on him for a while now. The one who came from North Melbourne. He's $1.28, 9 out of 10, averaging.
Sydney,
yeah, what did I say?
You said he came from North Melbourne.
Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, he's at North Melbourne, came from Sydney, and he's been looking fantastic. So he's looked great, big body, the blonde hair, you can't miss him, and I feel like he's just fit in great at North Melbourne, and he's been consistent, which is great. Where like Colby McKercher. Or Zach Fisher. I don't know. There's been a lot of inconsistent players, or Darcy Tucker's injured. I like he's almost 1 game off 10 out of 10. So yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of the other guys in the 15 posse bracket, Matt Johnson. Yeah, I could. Luke Parker hasn't missed 15 since playing for North. Nat Fyfe I haven't highlighted, but just the old factor worries me. What about you?
Yeah, I wouldn't go Fyfe here. You just don't know what's coming. One there that we would not highlight right just yet, but. Georgie Wardlaw we need to see something first before we're even going to highlight him. But what the fuck's going on the last 3 weeks with him? Like, where's this? Where's he gone? So,
yeah, how do you come back looking so good, strong, and amazing, and then just 3 fucking two stinkers?
I get that he's not like a high possession player and he's not going to set the world on low with it, but we're only asking for 15 here. Fuck.
Yeah, we're asking 15 from an on-baller midfielder, contested player too. So.
And his CBA minutes are dropping, and I think it's purely because he's playing badly. They're treating him the way he's playing. You're playing bad, so you're not getting that midfield time now. So.
Yeah, until we see something from him is when we start to highlight him again.
Yep.
But yeah, not much else for value there in the 15. Look at that, yep. Both Ruckman are $1.12 just next to each other. So
Sean Darcy's playing though.
Oh yeah, he is. So actually, just while we're on that,
I'm pretty sure he's playing, isn't he? Yeah, he is. He's in the team.
Oh, there you go.
He
So,
got one possession last game too.
even though, so yeah, Sean Darcy played like 50% or something the week before, and Luke Jackson is popping off. So, I mean, there's a slight little worry there, but Luke Jackson's form is insane at the
Sean
moment.
Darcy played the whole game. I don't know how much of it he did play, but he played the whole game.
Oh yeah, no, I'm pretty sure
They played Luke Jackson as the on baller in that game. It was a wet game against Gold Coast, wasn't it?
No, they did. I think this might be a hardball gets thing where they didn't sub him, but they had him on the pine for so long.
Well, it was I can't remember who got. Someone from Fremantle got hurt. Someone from Fremantle got. It might have been Wagner. Got hurt in the lead up to the last quarter, and they're like, "Oh, they'll sub Darcy," and then they got an injury, and they had to leave Darcy on. Darcy did fuck all.
Yeah, here we go. So yeah, sorry, I remember this is 2 weeks ago. Sean Darcy did not get subbed, but he had exactly 50% game time. So what is the point of playing him at that rate?
I think their only reason they're playing is because it's Cherry.
Oh yeah, actually maybe true. Just a big body.
That's the only reason. But obviously kills Luke Jackson in a bet.
Yeah. Oh well, if they're playing 50%, he's still every chance. Luke Jackson.
Yeah, but well, what's the point of playing a guy if he's only playing 50%?
Yeah, exactly. We spoke about all these guys have highlighted. Colby McKercher has had one good game since, I don't know, this year, and he has just fucking dropped his value like a sack of shit. I could not bet on Colby McKercher at all. Yeah, look, he got 6 kickouts. He's gone back to his sort of halfback role that he did before Caleb Daniel came here, before like Zach Fisher was sort of even playing. So look, one game in, let's just not lose our heads here. $1.18, like this is for 20 plus. So we were betting on Colby McKercher for 15 not long ago. This is crazy.
Yeah, that's fair, I think.
And look, he could flourish in that backline role there, but yeah,
I should chime in now. Yeah, now the beat up on Colby McKercher. Yeah, it was one game against the shittest team in the league. He's still really like he's a little bit of halfback, a little bit of wing. Haven't seen it. So
yeah. So we've literally seen him get less than 10 posies this year. So, and I can't remember if he's got subbed. He might have even got tax subbed one game. So yeah, let's just chill.
If he pops off again this week, fuck yeah, let's look at it. But
yeah. Well, not when he's $1.18. Maybe if he was like $1.30.
Okay, but bookies are idiots. Like, I don't know
Yes.
who the hell's jumping on Colby McKercher after one game?
You know what was crazy? Henry Huss this is literally sidetracked. Henry Huswaite tonight, he was $1.13. He got subbed. He had 4 posies. He was $1.13. Like what?
Why did they bet him? Oh, because of fucking Warple.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll talk about that next week.
The only reason I talk about that because he's another 3 out of 10 player, just like Colby McKercher. 3 out of 10. It's like why would you bet on someone like that? It's crazy.
Some people they see one game and anyway.
Yeah, that's just had to quickly sidetrack. Tom Powell, Jai Simpkin, 20 plus. Look, I like. Jai Simpkin is just kind of growing on me. And Tom Powell, we said no when Colby. When Wardlaw came back.
That might be changing.
Yeah, literally. So this is when George Wardlaw came back, right? Misses. This is what happens when George Wardlaw is playing like shit. He is getting 25 like plus. He's averaging 27 in his last 3. So
and Tom Powell, he had 70. Like they flipped the amount. Like they're almost like they prefer Tom Powell in there now.
Yeah, I am really liking Tom Powell at the moment. So yeah, I don't blame if you pick him. Jai Simpkin though, he had a good game, but just I'd just go Tom Powell when he's averaging 5 more in his last 3 games.
Yeah, 100%.
25 plus. Caleb Sarong had that one stinker, and off the top of my head, I can't. It was at the Collingwood game where all 3. No, actually, because
no, it was the tag game, I think.
Oh yeah, I'm just having a quick look right now.
It was the St Kilda game, wasn't it?
Oh, you're right. It was. Yeah, dude. Mark. Yeah, what's his name? Weinhager. Just fuck off. He's just ruining a lot of the.
No taggers in this game for North either.
Yeah,
so.
He should pop off.
Rayshaw and Sarong kind of really like in this one. So.
Yep. She's all highlighted just because Jono noted.
Back in that midfield.
Exactly. LDU have not touched. But yeah.
No, he's in the bin, man.
Yeah, exactly. Well, there'll be one.
You can't come back from the bin.
Yeah, true. Oh, you could go rummaging
around. No.
Paul Curtis. You go?
Oh, yeah, sorry, I cut you off. You go ahead first.
I was just saying, Paul Curtis, if he wasn't suspended for that 3 weeks, I think he could easily be like an All-Australian forward pocket, small forward and stuff. He has looked great. His posies aren't high, but he's kicking a lot of goals for like one of the shittest teams in the league right now. Yeah. So Zohar doing something similar. Yeah. That's right. Oh, man, there's been some weird games of footy. Murphy Reed, I do like. It's Freo at Freo versus North. He's coming off a miss. He has had a scoring shot in every game this year. A reminder, it's his first year, and he had no scoring shots last week against who did Freo play? Gold Coast. So it was a hard fought game, a bit dewy. Give him an out there. I think Murphy Reed has every chance to kick him on. I really like him for this one.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Only one I'd want to highlight there actually would be Patrick Voss.
Oh yeah, sorry, you did mention him before. Yeah.
They what's his name? Charlie Cobden is out, so they are losing. They're down their best defender. I would. Yeah, well, Toby Pink is an argument, but yeah, like they're down a defender anyway. So.
And Sean Darcy's there. So I didn't like Voss when he had to help in the ruck. Look, even though he's still kicking him, but I don't like my forward when they're sort of losing.
Well, he kicked 3 in the wet, didn't he?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, look, no, he's a decent call. And yeah, $1.15. If he was 5 cents more, I would definitely jump
100%. But just highlight, I wouldn't put him in, but yeah.
Oh, I'd be very close to. Moving on, so to our first game of Sunday, we have Port Adelaide versus Melbourne. So this is probably the first game we've done for this round where we haven't gone full conservative. We've actually included someone relatively risky, but that risky player, Max Gawn for 20.
King Gawn.
Yeah, exactly. He can do no wrong no matter what.
Punch Stephen May in the head and get 20.
Exactly. I was going to say he can do no wrong despite what his teammates might say. But he is popping off. He had a 15. I'm pretty sure that was the week after. That was
the study though when we were all talking about his Gawn done.
And we're talking about Gawn's personal life and airing his dirty laundry.
Yeah, exactly right. So
ever since
now
then,
he's punching on with teammates. He's killing it. So
yeah, exactly.
Barrels across the goal and everything. So he's doing everything now.
Yeah, exactly. One miss since then, 19 posi, super close. So I thought he was just versing Vesentini or whatever his name is, but Jordan Sweet is back, but that doesn't really bother me at all, especially for his price of $1.60. Max Gawn is getting 20 plus against great ruckman anyway. So his form is fantastic.
He got 20 against the third best ruckman in the league. So.
Yep, Darcy Cameron. What was the St Kilda game the week before? Rowan Marshall, Brodie Grundy. He is just hitting. So I really like Max Gawn. Kane Farrell for... Sorry?
There you go, sorry.
Oh, I was going to say, Kane Farrell for 15. Worried me just a little bit. It was his first game back. I'm pretty sure we jumped on. Wearing the long sleeves, wherever that game was. I can't remember. I did watch it. Had patches where he wouldn't touch it for maybe 12, 15 minutes, but then he could just rack him up pretty quick. So I do like it. He's always going to be floating around half back.
I do. We'll talk about. I had to circle back to him, but hasn't missed all year. And actually, we'll jump into him now.
Mm-hmm.
Factor that the reason we haven't included a guy that we've included pretty much since he got on the halfback is Connor Rozee, is that we think Connor Rozee will get a hard tag from Ed Langdon, which might free Kane up a bit.
Yeah. So I originally included Connor Rozee, and Jono brought up the Ed Langdon tag. I have a feeling he might bounce back, but just this maybe feeling is just what I hate in a bet anyway. And what Jono sees in that is completely valid. I really think Connor Rozee is every chance of copping that tag, especially because it worked so well. Like I think
they go back to it. I think it was so everyone knows that anyone who follows footy knows Ed Langdon tagged Nick Dacos and did a good job.
Yeah.
So,
what worried me last week or last Port game before this tag arose, Connor Rozee played almost 70% of that game on ball last week, and you guys probably who've bet on Connor Rozee, he is a roller coaster when he's in the midfield for hitting 25. It was only when he came half back he was an absolute lock. And so if he's playing on ball, I don't know, 50% on ball, 50% of the back line, that's already worrying enough. And now you put the tag on top of it. I just don't want to include that at the moment.
Yeah.
So.
And then that's why I would just circle back to Kane. I think Kane might free up a bit.
So, but actually that makes perfect sense.
And then we're only asking for 15 from Kane. And if Connor's getting contained, he might just get a couple of cheapies.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong, Connor Rozee has been in great form, but I know he's been like sort of almost a 50%.
We'll still highlight him, but it's just we're highlighting him as a blue because we still like him, but it's just something. Well, we're just maybe not. So.
Yeah, and look, Jono and I just had concerns, so swap him out. But Zach Butters for 20, I think should just piss that in. Yep. Hornet, we're actually getting for great value because he's coming back after that 1 month hamstring injury. So, I think Hornet is great value. He'll be at $1.20 probably after this week. So, and he'll probably go unchecked. And look, that might push Connor Rozee back out. I know he came sort of back. There was no Hornet. Whatever the heck. I just think Hornet's great.
one worry, yeah, slight worry that he might have to spend a bit of time forward, but yeah, I think that Melbourne get dominance in this a bit. Port should probably still win, but I feel like they will try and get him back in that midfield. So
Yeah, no, I think so too. And yeah, for what it's worth, he's listed in the center, but you can trust team sheets.
yeah,
Bergman, he's lost all his value. Highlighted him just because he's absolutely popping off recently, having huge games. Burgoyne on the wing, Willem Drew on ball. Sometimes you get him for $1.20 before the game starts, and yeah, Willem Drew has been fantastic. We've spoken about Ed Langdon. I've highlighted him because I think he'll probably go back to wing, especially Jack Viney's back. But as Jono said, he had an outstanding tagging role on one of the best players in the game. Why would you not just try that again? And the reason is Melbourne have had 3 different taggers this year. We just don't know. I never thought Ed Langdon would tag, but here we are. So
I also think out of the 2 that you could tag at Port, it's Butters and Rosie. I think Butters is more susceptible. Sorry, Rosie's more susceptible to the tag than Butters is. Butters is more going to go fucking run through people to get it. He's not a guy you can really tag, I don't think.
Yeah, so. No, I think so too. Harvey Langford, I've highlighted. I've been bullish on him for 20. So I think 10 should be fine. He's 1 game off 9 out of 10, having a great year. So yeah, he's looking good fit. In Melbourne, Ryan Burton, similar to Kane Farrell. I think he's every chance to hit, but I just think Kane Farrell is better odds, 10 out of 10, averaging just a little bit more footy. Not of late, but just picked him over Ryan Burton. And Cozzy Pickett, far out, the multi-millionaire money bags at the moment. So 12 million, was it? Or
yeah, 12 mil.
Jeez Louise. So you better believe he's hitting 15 positives this week because he is getting paid to do so.
No, he doesn't have to do shit anymore.
Oh yeah, he'll go the Clayton Oliver route and just fucking kick back and get big. So
the other one there,
oh,
Jack Viney. What the fuck? How the hell is he so short? He hasn't played in how long? Fuck,
Oh, sorry. Is this for 15 or so?
He's there just for 15. I know he's not, but he hasn't played in a month due to concussion symptoms and everything like that. It's a big chance to get subbed out or especially now that they've had to change. They've been playing well the last month without him, and that's with Cozzy spending a lot more time in the midfield. Maybe they're going to have to they might try and work Jack Viney in somewhere else. So I just think that's a danger to go for him for 15. So.
Yeah, and then 20, I just wouldn't, especially Melbourne players that we would. Petrarca I've highlighted, but just considering the tag, Bergman's been doing a bit of a job. I don't think you go to Oliver. Oliver, his possessions aren't damaging. Yes. Petrarca is popping off. I think you'd put attention to him if you were to do it.
Cozzy might get it.
Yeah, he could. Yeah, that's a good point.
They did it. Windy did a really good job on him 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And they lost the game, so yeah.
Yep, no, good memory. Ollie Wine, someone I've never really considered to bet on. $1.17, 10 out of 10.
No fucking way.
Yeah, just
not with Hornet back and Bergman spending more time and all that shit. So
yeah, there's just something there that I don't like. Hornet, yeah, we're jumping on him. Jake Bowie had a couple of quiet games, but he started the year on fire and he was getting 20 positives in a half at one stage. So I think Jake Bowie definitely has it in him. I think just the 2 17s out of his last 3 games have just worried me a little bit.
Yeah.
Trent Rivers, the same, just not quite enough there to like it. Even though he will be playing on ball, probably be around Butters or Rosie.
Yeah.
Again, we've highlighted Connor Rosie just because we're a little skeptical, but
since the half-back role, he's looked elite. So
exactly.
If you think he's not going to get tagged and you still like it, even with the tag, if you still like it, go for it. So
yeah, exactly. Good point. Petrarca is probably Melbourne's best chance of getting 25, but the slight risk of the tag just worries me a little bit there. Goal scorers: Burn Jones coming off a miss. Pow Pepper's missed a couple. Yeah, exactly. I don't really. Jake Melksham, I always pronounce his name wrong.
I like Melksham.
Yeah. Someone's got to kick him for Melbourne. Cozzy and Fritsch are too short. Georgiades, actually, he's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 out of 10 for 2 goals. And
okay.
I'm just seeing what he's worth.
It is Stephen May though and Lever in there.
Oh yeah, I'm already.
They did a pretty good job against the Collingwood forward line last week. So
yeah. No, good point. Already kind of sold off.
Yep.
Anyone else for this game you want to talk about?
No, I think Max is obviously this one, like you said, is more a bit more value pick in this one. We're purely just going the Max bandwagon, the value there. So
yep.
Yeah.
No, I like that. I like jumping on Max for this one. All right, last game of the round. We have Carlton and West Coast. Or sorry, other way around. West Coast Carlton because it's at West Coast. Start the timer. So I haven't actually done this bet yet because, and I say this, I'm going to always reiterate it. You should have every bet covered. I have no more tokens or bonus things or what have you. So I'm just going to wait until I see what happens on the Sunday or I get a new one from Ladbrokes, whatever the heck. So anyway, the ones we've included: George Hewitt for 25, Adam Chera for 20, Harley Reid for 15, Marek and Saad for 15. So I'll just quickly speak on Marek because I'm kind of bullish on him for 15, right? So I'm saying that I'm bullish on Marek for 15 posies.
He'll be on the wing, we reckon, but even on the wing, he was wing 2 weeks ago and he got subbed out at 3/4 time and still hit 15. So.
Yep. And then he looked pretty good. He had a couple of quiet quarters, but he can also have like an 8 posie quarter. He got 18 on the wing there. He's listed in the back pocket, but don't really believe those team sheets. I still think Dewar and Duggan will be taking all the kickouts. But the point is, we're now thinking of Marek as a winger, and I think he's been great from those 2 examples. So now he's available in the 15 posie bracket. Sure.
And let's hope that there's an injury and he goes back to the back line.
Oh, so. Yeah. So the only good, like Marek, I feel like can only improve from here. I can't see him going down. Adam Saad, I feel like he should be fine and free to do what he wants, running off half back there. I know it's against West Coast and Carlton should put in a good performance, but I still think 15 should be fine for Saad. Harley Reid playing a lot more mid. He always, worried me about his forward time in forward line, but I feel like he's just going to step up against Carlton.
I really like Harley Reid, especially when he's back home and everything like that. His midfield minutes are like, he's at worst, he's going at 60% mid. So
yeah, and he looks damaging. He's a big, strong boy. He wants the footy.
He's their best player.
Yep. Chera has only had that one miss when he had to go into the back line when Carlton lost like half their back line for
and
injuries.
He's spent a lot of time fucking around with his concussion last week.
Yeah, that was wild. Good. So another great pickup. Still hit with low game time. So really like that from Chera.
And you have to roll the Georgie Hewitt. We know he had that one bad game, but we're going to try. We're going to ride it till it dies. So.
Yep. So that one game really put us off, but then he came back with a 29. So look, we'll give him an outlier. That's fine. Green and green. There's no way I would not hit on a green and green unless I know there's a role change or something's happened. I.e. Jasper Fletcher coming up this week. He'll be
also,
back.
I think we're both expecting the Carlton midfield to just dominate.
Yeah.
Right.
Although LDU has given me no hope because I thought
that's LDU.
George Hewitt is no LDU. So
actually, what did Georgie go against West Coast last time they played? Sorry.
This is no, that's right. I can check. I can do it pretty quick. Hewitt's. So this is Carlton's second time versing West Coast. What the fuck? Yeah. So they versed West Coast like 2 months ago, and he got 39 posies.
So it was the big boy game. Yeah, fucking load up, boys.
Jeez Louise. Oh, I haven't done a couple of locks in a while.
Yeah, we'll go back and do them after, I reckon, man. Let's save them.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, so on to the 15. Anyone you want to talk about?
15's probably not a value on Tom De Koning. If you want a little sweetener for $1.12, I like Tom De Koning, but that's probably all there. Jack Graham should spend a bit of time following around, probably Walsh or Cripps, but for 15, he's not too far off. Other than that, Nick Haynes has been in great form. Don't think the ball will be in their back line enough, though.
Yeah, something about, I know Nick Haynes is 8 out of 10. I don't know. It's just something.
I don't like it.
Yeah, there's some plays I'm just not confident in, whether it's like an age, injury concern, or just the fact that, like, I don't know, I don't want to be rude, but he just kind of maybe just looks a little fumbly and flimsy with the ball. I don't know, something there.
And I also don't think the ball's going to potentially, I don't think that, he usually needs to get his 4 to 5 intercepts or whatever. I don't think he's going to get them this week.
Yeah, so. Remember when Melbourne played West Coast, like, I don't know, a month ago, and all their backline players, like, didn't hit their posies? Yeah, so there's that factor. Like, I know I've got Adam Saad, but I think Adam Saad...
He's more running guard and kick-ins and all that shit, so...
Yeah.
It's pretty much like, we've got Silvani highlighted there, but probably similar factor to Nick Haynes in a way.
Yeah, and I really liked Silvani last week. Look, if Silvani hits like 13, 14 posies and misses this week, I'm very bullish on him the following week.
I like Silvani. Like, next week, they're actually got a bit of an couple of easy games at the moment. But anyway, we'll look at him next week.
Carlton's, they always get stiffed with the draw, don't they?
One other guy I'll just mention is Tom McCarthy. He's the mid-season number 1 draft pick coming in to play backline.
Oh, he's not even here, is he?
Yeah, we just got named the other day.
Okay.
I don't even know what. That's the thing. This is what the book. I bet he's paying fuck all money because everyone be like, oh, no one draft pick, number. Let's just have a watch at him. Let's just see what he does first. Like, if he's coming in, he's not like he's going to come in and kick in straight away. If he does, fuck me, we're jumping on that. But yeah, let's see how good he is for trade up first.
Yeah, it's probably another good reason why we just have to strongly consider Marek as a winger. So it's just another person probably going to be playing in the back line and taking his chips. So
yeah, I hope that we see him go back. So.
Yeah. 20 plus, we spoke about Chera. Not much value there for Walsh and Cripps. I think, look, he should pop off, but I just, after a 15, like, what's going on?
Yeah.
Liam Baker, Liam Duggan should have a bunch of kickouts. He has definitely flourished since going back into that role. Great reason to bet on him. I haven't this round just because I like I like Hewitt more.
Yeah.
Baker has had the 2 misses, and they were 18 posies back to back. Playing a little bit halfback, running around, kind of like the Carl Amon role, but oh god, Liam Baker's
I like Baker Boy, but yeah. TDK would be the other one. Could feast again, but 20's probably, it's not Goldie this week, guys.
Yeah,
so maybe hold off.
Exactly. The time to bet on TDK was last week, and I didn't, so
let's not chase last week's money.
Yeah. So. And in the 25, I only really like George Hewitt, but I feel like Carlton should dominate. So Walsh and Cripps are every chance, but just George Hewitt is just the standout out of the pack.
Yeah.
For goal scorers, Cripps, first time I've bet on him all year, and of course he misses. That's just how it goes. And now that I haven't bet on him, he's going to hit this week. So everyone load up because I'm not going to bet on him, and that's just the way it goes. Otherwise, unironically, I do like him for a goal. I think he'll kick one, and he's been doing great as one of the bottom teams, and he's still kicking a goal.
Yeah.
Charlie Curnow, John and I just asked off air. Charlie Curnow is like $1.13 for 2 goals.
Yeah, that's what I was just about to say. Like, with the reason you notice that we haven't put Charlie there for 2 goals because it's paying fuck all. So.
Yeah, I mean, it could be like one of those things you bet him for 3 or 4. I don't know. I don't really like those big bag goal kickers. I mean, the only one who's tempted me like once was Jesse Hogan, but. Look, Charlie Curnow's a chance, but I mean, he kicked 2 goals in the first quarter last week and then nothing afterwards. So it's like, I don't know. That can happen with a goal scorer.
If you actually, I would honestly, Hudson O'Keefe, he's never kicked a goal. He's only played 1 game. He looked like a beast last week.
I did watch that game and I don't really remember, but
cool motherfucker. Anyway,
we'll keep an eye out.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't bet it, but no, someone to keep an eye out.
Mitch
if you want to have a bit of fun with your bet, chuck him in.
Oh, here's some fun. You can put Mitch McGovern as a goal scorer.
Oh yeah, yeah. Okay.
$1.33. What the fuck?
Didn't he play forward last week?
Oh, I'm not sure.
Yeah, fuck.
Mitch McGovern, $1.33. What is going on?
I think he's played forward. I think he played forward last week.
Oh, did he? Let me have a quick look. Did he have a scoring shot or anything? Mitch McGovern. I can have a look at his scoring shot. So, Mitch McGovern, he had... Oh, shit, he kicked a goal and 1 behind. So
fucking load up, boys.
Whoa, here I am. I'm an idiot. But the point is, like, look, if he's playing forward, I don't know. Like what happened to Buku Karmas, I wouldn't bet on him for like a couple of weeks until I'm confident that he's not being thrown around. But even then, it's still kind of in the back of my mind. I just...
Cash in now. No.
Yeah, load up.
Nah, yeah, I think that's fair enough. Yeah.
Anyone else you want to bet on, or we'll wrap it up?
No, I think we go back and let's do our Ryan Marrick's locks of the week.
Yeah. As in just do that live, or we can...
Yeah, let's do it live. Fuck it.
All right, awesome. So we did it for... All right, so we did it for the Adelaide. We did it for the Brisbane. So this is a nice little recap. I'll just hide the bets there. We'll go through it. There's our little summary section of the video. We've gone Lockie Ash. We're happy with that. He should go unchecked in the back line there.
Yep. Happy with that.
Next game. Well, let me get my little paintbrush. Out of this one, I probably like
Bailey.
Or Sean Manor.
Manor?
Yeah, he's only had 1 miss this year.
It was Manor or Grind for me, I think.
Yeah, I think I would go Sean Manor just because he's averaging almost 5 more than what we're asking him to.
Yep.
Oh, does the paintbrush only do it once? There we go. I'll just keep
doing
it.
Yeah, you gotta do it twice, man.
I can't. Bullshit. Okay, anyway, so next game. Crazy
one.
I think this is actually really maybe a hot take. I kind of like Dylan Stevens, but
no, I like Sheasel more.
You like Sheasel, but he's $1.11. I know we don't want to be doing it. Just,
yeah.
All right, Caleb's wrong to feast. Look,
I don't know.
or
This one,
Caleb.
I take it. It's up to you because this one I don't like a lock on this one. So
Well, I really like Dylan.
yeah, do it. All right.
Oh, look. Okay, no. Okay, I'm gonna go say Harry Sheezel. I feel like should piss that in
No, you
because
don't have to take my opinion. It's not mine. That's yours.
you own him. But I know he's no value. But Harry Sheezel is a lock for 20 if he's not doing that stupid half forward, wherever he's playing. So
yeah. He'll be playing half forward.
lock him. He's gonna be playing bench. Oh shit! I need the paintbrush.
This one.
Sorry, let me go back.
This is another one that's tricky.
Look, Zach Butters should hit. He's $1.11.
Yeah, Butters.
Yeah,
You just don't like. Oh, it's Kane Farrell Butters for me.
I kind of like Hornet, but I would probably go Butters over Farrell.
I like Hornet. It's just my worry would be he might go like 50-50. That'd be anything.
I do hate sort of locking the really cheap players. It feels just like...
It feels like a cop-out?
Yeah, it kind of does feel like a cop-out. We might make it a rule where we maybe do the ones at least over like $1.15 or $1.20.
Yeah.
Anyway, so the games for the last game.
This one, Ryan Marrick is not getting the lock of the week.
I actually kind of like him, but I know...
I like...
I know who you like, Harley Reid.
Well, I like Harley Reid with Chera.
Okay, yeah. Chera's like $1.17, so he's at least, somewhat value.
Yeah.
And Chera's only had that one miss where he did go into the back line, so I can't see that happening.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. I don't mind doing a bit of that live. John and I usually, our discussions go for hours off air of like who the lock should be, and we're going back and forth. So we did pretty well to keep that down to like 5 minutes.
Who's your Ryan Marrick lock of the week then?
Well, unironically, I like Ryan Marrick as my Ryan Marrick lock of the week. I like Dylan Stevens. Wait till he gets 20 plus this week.
Yeah, my Ryan Marrick lock of the week actually would be...
See, I don't know. When you're saying Ryan Marrick lock of the week, that sounds like an insult because as soon as like he missed, or you talking about
it's an honor to him. It's a tribute. Or,
okay.
Well, we can call it the fucking Goldstein opponent lock of the week if you want.
Okay, well we can honor it. Ryan Marrick rounds like 2 to 12 lock of the week.
Yeah, all right. Ryan Marrick backline. I don't know. Anyway, taking it off Kiesel.
Well, I don't know. Kind of.
No, do it. That's fine. It's yours though. I think my lock of the week would be Chera. I think
Chera's good. I'm just going back. Sean Manor. Oh, Lockie Ash. I remember I was bullish on Ash.
I think Ash would be it.
Actually, yeah, I think I agree with you. Lockie Ash is just
good value and fucking I like him for 25.
Yep, I think you hit the nail on the head. Good value.
Actually, is it going to rain tomorrow in Brisbane? Sorry.
No, I just checked. It's like very small chance, like 5%. Lockie Ash is hungry. He should go unchecked. There should be no risks. Like the Brisbane score a lot. It'll be in their backline. I think this just suits Lockie Ash.
Yeah,
I mean,
and it'll go like end-to-end transition a lot, all that shit. So.
Yeah, no, I think that's a nice little way to sort of recap the video. We might maybe do that in future or something where we just go through, go through that. But yeah, thank you again so much, guys. Thank you, Jono, for joining us. We have one more round of buys next week. Oh no, yes we do. And then oh my god, we've got 2 more weeks.
No, we've got fucking 2 more, man.
Oh good god. Okay, so it's round 17 is when it goes back to normal.
We get what is it, round 17 before we don't have a buy round,
That's why. Yep, I just had a look.
I just remember like as a kid watching the footy, round 17 I'm like, oh, we're all like, it's almost over.
Yeah, how
and
we
then now we're like,
buys?
oh, we're just leaving the fucking buy rounds. We've still got a third of the season to go.
So that is absolutely wild. Okay, anyway, I was about to say we're almost out of this buy round shit, but we're not.
No, we're in the thick of it right now, man.
Damn it. All right, guys. So we will still be posting updates on the YouTube post section for the Thursday, Friday games. We'll do it sometimes for the Sunday games. Not always, only if the odds change so much or if our bets change. But yeah, for the meantime, these videos will be a bit shorter because there's like 2 less games of footy every week. So yeah, hopefully we get some wins and we'll chat to you guys next week.
Hopefully the footy picks up a bit because the first 2 games of the round were dog shit.
Yeah, a blowout and then very low scoring. I mean, I like a close game, but just a drag to watch.
Yep.
No, all right. Well, we'll chat to you guys next week.
Gamble responsibly, please, guys.
Yeah, too easy. All right, peace.
See ya.